And I think that this is why his team loves him. It's not just the way he runs the ball. It's a good job there on that blitz pick.
So Josh Guardian out to give them the lead. 27-yard attempt. Operation perfect. Kick perfect. 9.5 to go in regulation. Rams on top.
And it's potentially a touchdown against man coverage, but 7 targets. You can see just the 3 receptions and 16 yards. He's also carried it a couple times for 3 more yards, so 19 yards.
Going to run this one back from a couple of yards in the end zone. And there he is. Number 1, Samuel gets the touch. He wasn't going to pass up an opportunity, even though the kick was in the end zone.
Right.
Meanwhile, the division playoff picture right now with the division leaders up there. The wild cards will be Minnesota, Green Bay, and Washington. Rams, of course, very much in the hunt. Falcons are 2. Cardinals are as well. And for the 49ers, as we mentioned at the top of the game tonight, man, this is almost like, you know, you're on life support if you don't win this one.
It's desperation time.
From the 28-yard line. And taken out of bounds after a very minimal gain by Quentin Lake, 2nd and 9.
Get to these games in December and you start looking into standings, and I think even Matthew Stafford feels like it's desperation time. You know, they've been through so much, sitting there at 7-6 in this division, a game back behind Seattle. They look at who they have to play tonight. Look at the rest of the year. They got Seattle at the end of the year, so still in a spot to be able to win this division. But they've got to win tonight.
Yeah, San Fran's at Miami, and then Detroit comes in here, and they finish at Arizona. Juszczyk in motion. Purdy steps up, steps away. Catch is made. Oh, Ricky Pearsall making the grab. Pearsall's the kid who was the number 1
held the
draft
Niners to
choice.
just a field goal.
Was shot in a robbery in San Francisco in the summertime. Spent 6 weeks out. Come back strong.
And watch Purdy, how he has to work and feel in the pocket, step away, and as he's falling back, he's able to keep his eyes downfield and make an accurate throw to Pearsall. Really, really good feel in the pocket that time by Brock Purdy.
Number 1 pick, Rippy out of Florida. Guerrero. About 2.5 to 3. Stop there. Under 8 minutes now to play in regulation.
Pretty amazing what we just talked about with Deebo Samuel. And, you know, we talked about him being vocal and wanting the ball more. You know, it's been 4 straight games. This will be the 5th game. There's Kobe Turner, such an important part of that defense. But this will be the 5th straight game he's been held under 40 yards from scrimmage. You'd never think that when you think of Deebo Samuel. Especially when McCaffrey is down, Ayuk is down. That's one of your guys, right?
Very important. Catch made here, and a first down, and then hog-tied to the ground is George Kittle.
Well, whether it's man coverage or zone, you can always count on Kittle being able to win, able to separate against man. This time it's zone, so he gets between those 2 linebackers, and the timing with Brock Purdy, he knew exactly where that ball needed to be thrown, right between the 2 inside linebackers. Good throw, accurate throw, and gives Kittle a chance.
Kittle's caught 4 for 61 yards. He's been their top receiver. First down from the 43, play action. Purdy going deep, broken up. Pearsall, the intended receiver, and Witherspoon again getting to play tonight because Kobe Durant is hurt. So Witherspoon seeing a lot of action.
You know, he goes in motion and they get the matchup that they want. Pearsall can get downfield in a hurry, and this is a corner who's stepping in for Durant. Ball is underthrown, maybe a little bit late because Pearsall got to seam. He had a chance, and there's the length of Witherspoon to knock that football away. But Pearsall had to slow down and come back to that football.
Witherspoon activated from the practice squad. Through the middle, Guerrero has a hold and tries to back his way to the line to gain and may have done that. We'll see where they spot it. On a 2nd and 10. Comes up a little bit short. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's where that 49ers offensive line can become physical, start to lean on you. The rookie right guard, Pooney, with an amazing plays, a quick throw out to the right that Atwell adjusts to, come right back where you, oh, they're definitely going to run the ball here on this next, nope, boot, and get Stafford away from the pressure, and you get a new set of downs.
Pelt moving. Williams exploits that hole, and forward close to a 1st down. Fred Warner making the tackle. Spotted a little bit short.
This is a different defense tonight without Dre Greenlaw in the middle. We know how great this guy is, Fred Warner, but without his sidekick, it just doesn't have that same feel at the 2nd level. Rams able to run the football there. You can see they control the line of scrimmage and get Kyren Williams, who runs physically and tough, get him running downhill.
2nd and 1. Stafford keeps it himself, and he has the 1st down. That clock keeps on running down. 49ers have all of their timeouts, and you also have the 2-minute warning. So a ton of time, but need to stop them.
Think about this Rams team. 1 and 4. All the injuries. You got a veteran quarterback. They were talking about when you and I had him early in the year with the Vikings. They're going to move him, maybe move Cooper Kupp, who knows what. We talked about that earlier, but after starting 1 and 4, they've won 6 of their last 8, and here they are in the ropes again in a heck of a game within this division, and kind of that must-win mindset.
Very much like what happened last year. Rolling left, throwing, caught, and into 49er territory goes Colby Parkinson. Take him out of bounds. That stops the clock. 3:01 in regulation.
I like what he does here. If this is earlier in the game, watch this throw right here with Puka Nacua coming off this. You boot, you roll, good. The defense collapses. Look at that out there, out the to that deep corner route. But he takes the safer route, which is totally understandable. He wants to be safe, wants to get a completion. That was a big play downfield.
2nd and 3. To the outside this time. Turning it back, spinning, 1st down. So Williams last week carried 29 times. Here it is 96 hours later. He's carried 25 times with probably a couple more to come.
Oh, it's impressive. Watch 79, the right tackle, Havenstein, turns his body to, with the defender goes with him, to be able to allow Kyren Williams to be able to get out to that edge, and then the spin move right off the safety, Jair Brown. Kid runs angry.
25, carries 98 yards. Why not? To the 34. On carry number 26, Warner makes the tackle. And the 49ers are going to spend their first timeout here on the front side of the 2-minute warning.
Timeout. San Francisco, they're first. 30 seconds. Please set the game clock to 2.
Let's take a look at our next gen stats, powered by AWS. It's the playoff probability. You got the Rams with a win at 50%. If they would lose tonight, drop down to 23%. You can see the importance of a win tonight. And on the other side, boy, the Niners backed into a corner with all these injuries. Had to win this football game tonight. If not, we're down to 0.1.
Well, we're down to 1/10 of 1%,
Right.
which, as I said at the beginning, is life support.
Yeah.
2nd and 7.
Niners still with a 2-minute timeouts, trying to hold the Rams to a field goal here.
8th play of the drive, and play clock ran all the way down, so the Rams have to take a timeout. I think both teams, Kyle Shanahan saying yesterday, I want to see more grit
Yeah.
It's been a gritty game tonight.
Yeah.
It's been pretty, but it's been very interesting.
It hasn't been pretty. It's been some good defense. Sloppy in the first half because of the weather. But let's not just put this one away, as you know. I mean, the Rams still are trying to be aggressive. They've been aggressive on this drive. 49ers with those 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning. If they can hold the Rams to a field goal, get the ball back to Brock Purdy, they still are thinking about having a shot here to still win this football game. So I want to see how Sean McVay approaches this, knowing that Kyle Shanahan wants to get his hands back on that football.
2nd and 7. Give it to Nacua on a sweep. And he'll take it to the 32. And the 49ers will let the clock run to the 2-minute warning. Not take the timeout on the front side of it. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 when play resumes. 2-minute warning. It's going to be very tough for San Francisco to get the ball back. They do have 2 timeouts. But 3 receivers set to the right. Now Kupp comes this way, 2 by 2. Pass is caught! And inside the 20 and spun down is Colby Parkinson.
Well, Sean McVay would tell you that his motions are as important as the play call themselves. And here is a great example of that. When Cooper Kupp moved.
It's more than eye candy. Meanwhile, here's Williams again, just angling his way for an extra couple of yards. And the 49ers now compelled to use their final timeout.
That's it. Yeah, it's amazing. They've used it almost, I think they use it 82% of the time. They use it more than anybody else in the league. And yet it's that play at that moment where the Niners have a bust. And it's happened the entire game where they haven't had a bust.
And they vary it so much. I mean, sometimes they'll trot, sometimes they go full speed, sometimes they go back and forth with the same guy. JCPenney postgame show coming up after the game. Stick around for that. 2nd down and 7. Take all the time they can off the clock here. And this time the 49ers were able to bunch him up at the line of scrimmage on Kyren Williams' 28th carry for 105 yards. Again, the post-game show coming up with Carissa and the game exclusively on Prime Video, the JCPenney post-game show with the game.
They should be able to take this clock down to around the 25-second mark, roughly. There's the Rams' schedule, what they have left with the Jets, Arizona, and then Seattle, Week 18.
Yep,
a lot on the table potentially, and that winner-take-all possibly.
There's 2 division games at SoFi the last 2 weeks of the season. Snap it 1 on the play clock to the 11-yard line goes Williams. So now clock is under a minute. Take it down about that 20-second mark or so.
Yeah, McVay will just let it go down. He's already talking to the referee. Hit the timeout at 1 second.
Well, you know, back in year 1 of Thursday Night Football, I think we had a 9-6 game.
Was that Indy Denver?
You forget.
I forgot the score. That was OT, right?
That was the game.
That was painful.
And you said to me, how can they leave going over? I said, well, they'd seen enough. Not this game. This was for a 9-6 game or whatever. It's going to wind up maybe 12-6.
30 seconds.
Tough conditions.
Tough strategy. Yep, tough conditions for sure.
Đập gậy đau hả? Đập một gậy gì hả? Đập gậy gì chả? Cái cọ chị gậy trong cái video được không? Tôi hiểu tiếng Việt cắt. Đu bàn, đập nói là phải nói gì đu bàn. Trời anh vào tiếng